Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 2 of A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature gameplay. And today we're going to be getting the Baratheon army on the tabletop. We'll be pitting the Baratheon army from the starter set against the Lannister army from the Stark versus Lannister starter set. So as you guys know, I've just painted up the Baratheon starter set. I got them just not quite tabletop ready. I've got a base coat on them basically, but I wanted to get this video out, so I will do some touch-ups on these later. But yeah, getting these guys on the table, we'll be working on 4 trays here and we'll kind of go through in detail what we're working on, and we'll do a little fly over here and do some miniature shots, and then we'll jump into the detailed setup. So thanks for watching, guys. And here's our Baratheon units, and much more finished version of our Lannister units. I will be finishing the Baratheons ones, I'll post that video later. So yeah, getting excited to play this. Okay, so let's keep going into the setup here of Season 2. With Lannister versus Baratheon. We've got the armies on the board. Again, we've got, for our non-combat units, we've got Tyrion Lannister and Cersei. You can show the minis off here, our minis. And we've also got Alistair and Shira for House Baratheon, Shira Errol, Alistair Florent. So they'll be our non-combat units. Let's kind of go into our divisions. So we're going to have the commander for the armies will be Stannis Baratheon and Jaime Lannister. So Stannis and Jaime are going to be our commanders, and we'll show those off first off. So let's just go to Jaime first. Jaime first is going to be in the Lannister Guardsman unit, and he's got the head guardsman. He's also got a standard bearer, and then the standard minis here, so you can kind of see a view of, here's Jaime. And then for Stannis, Stannis is going to be in with the, Stannis is going to be fighting in with the Stag Knights. And again, we've got the Stag Knight Noble. We've got a Stag Knight Noble here. You can see this guy up close. And then we've got the standard bearer. Again, these guys are, I want to say they're roughly tabletop ready. I've got a base coat on them, but I haven't quite finished. But schedule was time to get a gameplay out on the board. So we will go back and touch these up in another video. You guys can go check that out. But we do have a paint through video that's kind of fun, because I did use my airbrush on these this time. So I've never painted minis with the airbrush, because I painted the armor, because the Baratheon army has so much plate. I thought I'd use that. So go and check that video out. It's awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that one. Okay, so let's go into the rest of the army. So we've got our secondary commanders. We've got Gregor Clegane, Lord Tywin's Mad Dog, and Clegane's got his Clegane Mountain Men, who also have got this, they've also got the yellow cloaks here. Again, we got a standard bearer. We got Clegane looking like a monster. Clegane really should have a monster tray, because he is a monster. Yeah, so these guys will be there, and we'll face those guys against Renly Baratheon. So we've got Gregor Clegane and Renly. Renly's just got a normal Wardens. Actually, sorry, Renly's got the Sentinels. These are Baratheon Sentinels. Again, standard bearer. I don't think there's like a Master Sentinel. You kind of can see them here. And then for the rest of our troops, we've got the Lannister Halberdiers. And again, the Lannister Halberdiers also has the Assault Veteran for the Halberdiers. Lannisters also have another division of the Lannister Guardsmen with just a standard Guard Captain. I like the Guard Captain with that forward pose, like the charge pose. It's pretty cool. Much more completed paint job for my House Lannister army. And then back to our remaining Baratheons. We've got 2 trays of Wardens, Baratheon Wardens with Master Wardens, and again standard bearers as well. Let's go check these out as well. Some Master Warden close-up. Right. Cool. Yeah, so let's kind of go through these quickly. It says, Jaime Lannister, it says, they called him the Lion of Lannister to his face and whispered Kingslayer behind his back. And Gregor Clegane, they say, no one could ever withstand Gregor. Stannis, they say, kings have no friends, only subjects and enemies. And for Renly, it says, as in so much else, Renly was like his brother Robert and utterly unlike Stannis. Let's kind of go through these. I like these descriptions that they've got on the cards here. For example, Lannister Guardsman, it says, the world knows the extent that the Lannister wealth and influence extends even to the most basic foot soldiers. The rank-and-file Lannister forces enjoy a battlefield superiority born of strong armor, heavy metal shields, sense of invulnerability that goes with it. Most enemies of House Lannister prove incapable of even making a dent in such a stalwart line. You can kind of see their stats here. They got +4 die rolls, 6, 5, and 3 on the tray, 4 movement. They've got Lannister supremacy. Clegane's Mountain Men, brutal, savage, merciless, and ferocious. The Mountain Men bring the art of warfare to new lows. They accept no quarter. Those that flee are cut down. Those that are surrender are run through. The Mountain Men excel at striking enemy troops already beleaguered by regular forces, shattering their will to fight. Care must be taken not to let these ruthless men too far off their leash. Again, we've got a 5 movement, +3 rolls, 8, 6, and 4 with vicious methods. And finally, the Lannister Halberdiers. While capable of mounting offensive assaults, House Lannister Halberdiers excel in defensive formations and positions. Charging enemies should think twice before facing such an entrenched halberdier line. Care should be taken to shield halberdiers from flanking maneuvers or ranged fire, but when they're properly employed, nothing gets past a halberdier's deadly blade. 5 movement, +4 halberd, 773, set for charge and halberd. Quick sink into the Baratheons. We've got Stannis with the Stag Knights. They look real cool, the Stag Knights. Stag Knights form the core Baratheon elite units, each one a noble in their own right, wearing the signature horn helmet allowed to those honored sirs. Stag Knights are heavily armored, wearing plate mail as fine as anything the Lannisters might field, and wearing a powerful two-handed warhammer capable of crushing armor and shattering bones with equal proficiency. They get a 5 +3, 777. They are not deterred. Unwavering fury. They're not deterred by losing ranks. Baratheon Sentinels, 1 tray of those. Although officially classified as medium infantry, the Baratheon Sentinels wear heavier armor than one might expect from a unit required to initiate a counter-flanking maneuver. Speed is the obviously trade-off, but most medium infantry cannot hold their ground as well, nor deliver such devastating assaults. This is 5 movement, +3, 8, 6, 4, so they do diminish a bit, but they got the double hammers. And then finally, we got the 2 trays of Baratheon Wardens. While House Baratheon may be divided in its loyalties, they still draw from the same battlefield doctrines and trainings, served the United Houses in the time before the War of the Five Kings. Baratheon Wardens are heavily armored in full plate, wearing heavy shields, signature Baratheon warhammers, steadfast and sturdy. Wardens can be depended on as both vanguard and center. They got 4 movement, +4, 7, 5, 3, so they also do take a hit when they get damaged. So other than that, we've got our tokens in the tray. We'll go ahead and we've got our non-combat units on the board. We'll go ahead and set up our gameplay, including our activation tokens. Objective tokens. We'll play some objective tokens on the board, and we'll jump into round number 1 right after this. So guys, thanks for watching. Let's do a quick flyover again on the minis, and we're going to jump into turn 1 right away. Yes, so before we click to turn 1, quick shout out to our sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. It's 2023. Go ahead and check out our bookstore, Disclosure from the Necronomicon Fragment, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. We've got the Necromancy of Nyarlathotep and the Hermeticism of Hastur already out in the stores. Alchemy of Azathoth is on its way. The proof copy is being edited now as we speak. And as usual, got a Patreon below. Liking and subscribing helps us to grow the channel. Go and check out our links below, and thanks for your support. We'll see you guys in turn number 1. That's season 2, episode 1. We've got the playlists, so if you're watching this in the future, you can just play the playlist straight through. If you're watching it live in January, you'll have to wait for each episode to come out each day, but no problem. They'll come out once a day, give you something to look forward to. Thanks for watching. See you in the turn 1. Bye-bye.